Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the prediction for December 2016 for the sign of Aquarius. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'll be delighted to work with you. You can also subscribe to my newsletter, which is www.tinyletter.com/dunyazade. Every month I pick a winner for a free written tarot reading written by me, and the choice of the winner is made among those who have subscribed to my newsletter. So Aquarius, let's go to your reading. First, we'll do a very general astrological analysis for December 2016, and after we'll go to the tarot prediction. So the full moon happens on the 14th of December at 22 degrees of Gemini, and the new moon happens on the 29th of December, almost at 8 degrees of Capricorn. And what does that mean for you, Aquarius? In your case, this full moon, which full moons mean culminations or endings, happens on your 5th house. It has generally good aspects. It only has a negative aspect with Saturn, which is in opposition in the 11th house. So there could be, maybe you're dating someone and you around the 14th of December decide to have a conversation with this person, or this person with you, and you both decide, okay, let's take this to the next level. Let's go steady. Let's be boyfriends. Let's move on to the next phase of our relationship. For others, it could be, this is not going anywhere, let's end it. But everything ends more or less in a nice way, in a friendly way. This will come after you have a rational conversation with yourself. This is the decision towards this continuing this love affair or not is very rational, is very objective. It's not made with emotion. It's not overly emotional. The opposition to Saturn in the 11th house might mean that maybe your friends don't like this person. If you decide to end this relationship, maybe your friends don't like the fact that you're ending it. If you decide to continue with this person, maybe your friends won't like that either. So maybe there's like an older friend who doesn't like this person, or a few older friends who really don't like this love interest of yours. If it's not that, it could be some might become parents. So you might become a mother, you might become a father, or you might know that a baby is, maybe you're pregnant, maybe your spouse is pregnant, something like that. What else? It could be a culmination or an ending in the life of your kid, of one of your kids. It could be the first kid, but not necessarily. Maybe he or she finishes up, I don't know, how do you say, college education, but not necessarily. Could be something lower than college, high school education. Or let's imagine that your kid has piano lessons and he or she takes, also goes to school for music, something that's not inserted in school but outside of school. Maybe he or she has like an exam, a test concerning music. I say music, but it could be any other thing, any other hobby. Maybe your child becomes a parent, something like that, gets his first job, or her first job, something like that. Or it could be that you finish a creative project, a creative work of some kind. It could be painting, it could be finishing up a book, it could be anything. Or if you play the stock market, I'm not saying to do that, okay? Just check with someone who understands these things, someone who understands finances, accounting people, and, someone who really understands that. Take your advice from someone who's professional. I'm just giving you another example. Maybe some of you might make a very good bet on the market. A very good bet on the stock market. So then the new moons are new beginnings, happens on the 29th of December, almost at 8 degrees of Capricorn in your 12th house. And it could be several things. It could be a time where you're spending alone, reading books, rereading books you've read before because you like them, classical books or a classical book. You know, you want to be with yourself, you want to spend time with yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or it could be a secret comes to light, and this secret might be connected with a friend of yours. Maybe a childhood secret connected to a friend of yours comes to light. Or what else? Maybe you for others it could be or something connected with a friend, like something to do with papers. You're revising papers, or a document is necessary for something, and somehow a friend of yours is connected with this paper, with this document, with this information, and it's something about papers, documents, and a friend, and the secret that comes to light. Now, is this negative? Is this positive? I don't know. It could be many things. Okay. What else? It could be some might start working in a very large institution. That even it could be a institution that deals with money, financial institution that has is international. Okay, you might be working. Some of you might be working something like that. Others might be remembering something from your childhood, you know, like a secret that comes to light. Suddenly you remember something that you haven't thought of for a very long time, or you have dreams which are puzzling, and maybe some of you decide could be reoccurring dreams. And you might decide, I'm going to get help for this. I'm tired of this. I'm going to go, I don't know, to a hypnotist, to therapy, to whatever, just to figure this out. But generally, this does not seem like a bad lunation. Now, moving, just seems positive as well. Moving on to the tarot reading. I'm going to use the Nicoletta Ciccoli tarot, which is beautiful. And it's going to be 7 areas of your life, which are going to be analyzed for the months of December 2016. It's going to be beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. And I'm going to ask you to pick one symbol. I'm going to show you 7 symbols, and I'm going to ask you to pick one. So, moon, right, lilies, book, stars, dog, ship, and flowers. This is going to be a very special message just for you. So I'm going to show you this again. Okay. Flowers, moon, ship, dog, lilies, stars, and book. So pick one, okay, pick one. So this is a bit more personalized for you. I'm going to shuffle. I'm not going to see how I'm shuffling. And I'm going to place one of these symbols below each of the areas which are going to be analyzed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, starting with work. The first area of your life which is going to be analyzed is work. And if you picked flowers, this message is more important. It's more destined for you, for those who picked flowers. So pay extra attention. In the beginning of the month, connected with work, you have temperance cards. So it might be a time, maybe you're taking a break, you know, maybe you're resting, maybe even for health reasons, you're taking some time off, you're not working, or maybe you're working but you're feeling a little low, a little bit sick. Or there's some sort of harmony within your placement, your place of work. So everything just is working smoothly, everything is working fine, and there's no stress. In traditional decks, usually the image that appears in the card is that of an angel. This could also mean that your guardian angel is with you in your workplace, in your work environment, is protecting you. Moving on, in the middle of the month, you have the Three of Swords. So there's some sort of disillusionment connected with your work, with your job. Maybe some of you might feel like stabbed in the back, might feel that they have been betrayed. There's that sort of feeling. At the end of the month, things seem to be good because you have the Ten of Pentacles. So things need to be seem to be very good, especially in terms of money and success. So maybe some of you have achieved some sort of promotion. Maybe you have a pay increase. Things are good and you very well paid and you feel successful. Okay, and you've achieved a certain type of status within your work, within your profession, and it doesn't matter if you work for yourself, if you work for others. The next area of your life is connected with family, and if you pick the card, the symbol stars, this message is most especially for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Major Arcana card, the Pope, or the Hierophant. So you might be speaking to a member of your family who's a professor, who's a teacher, or you might be speaking to a member of your family who is very conservative, who follows the orthodox, who follows the rules of society, doesn't like to, how do you say, shake things up. No, he's like very orthodox, very conservative. What else? It could be that if it's not you who's speaking to someone like this, people from your family are seeing you as such, are seeing you with these characteristics. Or it could be there's a wedding in your family. Someone in your family is getting married, and you and your family you're gonna go to this event, to this wedding event. Or it could be yourself who's getting married, and your family is attending this marriage. And then in the middle of the month, you have the Ace of Cups. So some of you might be pregnant in the middle of the month. There's some sort of pregnancy. If it's not you, it's your partner. It could be also in vitro fertilization, because there's many dolls, so I'm thinking many eggs, which are, put in the, you understand, not when it's in vitro, it's like, I don't know, many eggs, because some don't take. So sometimes all of them take you and you end up with 5 or 6 kids. So it could be that. It could be like a birth has already taken place and it's more than one kid. Or it could be that someone in your family is falling in love, or has fallen in love, and you are the witness of that. Or people in your family see you as being in love. If there's no wedding here, if you are not marrying anyone, they are the witness of a new love which has come into your life. I took a bath and this is my hair is still wet, so this is why it's weird. At the end of the month, you have the Ace of Pentacles, so again with the egg. So this is most definitely for some. There's a pregnancy. Either just occurred, just happened, this pregnancy, and you find out that you or your spouse is pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, or you're just about to have the kid, something like that. If it's not that, a member. It could be you or a member of your family, okay? Or a member of your family is starting a new thing in his life or her life, a new career path, a new, studying something, or starting a new job, something like that. Next, the next area of your life which we are going to analyze, I'm going to analyze, is connected with luck and yearnings or wishes. If you picked the symbol Moon, this reading is this message is most especially for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Two of Pentacles. It's like you're focusing in more than one desire at once. You're like focusing at least in at least 2 or more desires, things that you want to bring into your life, some things that you want to manifest into your life. So you're scattered, your attention is scattered. And another way of reading it, it could be that if you have fun, good luck will manifest in your life. In the middle of the month, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Good luck will manifest in terms of financial independence or very successful self-work, meaning let's say you work for yourself. In the middle of the month, you're very lucky in the work, meaning you might have lots and lots of new clients, for instance. If you work if you have an ordinary job and you have freelance on the side, it's the same thing. It's very successful. You fulfill a desire and a wish to be financially independent. Also, a long-held wish of being financially independent in the middle of the month for others. At the end of the month, you have the Eight of Cups. This tells me that in order for good luck to manifest in your life, or into your life, in order for wishes to materialize and to manifest and to be fulfilled in your life, the key is to let go of the past, is to emotionally let go of the past. Because the past, if you keep thinking of the past, these are little birds, and it's kind of a skirt, but it's more like in your head, little birds in your head, making you focusing on the past, on all the past hurts, does not help you fulfill the wishes that you have for you now. So I would read this as an advice. Let go of the past. It's just better. Because good luck is awaiting you now in the present, but you need to let go of the past. The next area of your life is connected with friendship, and if you have picked the symbol dog, this message is for you. So in the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Swords, and maybe a friend of yours is recuperating, is healing. No, he or she is in the path of healing. Maybe he or she was sick. Maybe he or she had a surgery and now is, getting better, or he or she was depressed, but now things are getting better. If it's not a friend of yours, maybe it's your circle of friends who are witnessing you getting better. Maybe you were ill, but now everything is better, okay? You are on the path to recovery. In the middle of the month, you have the Page of Pentacles. So maybe a friend of yours is starting something new in his life or her life, a new path in terms of career, in terms of job, something new which he or she never tried before, or maybe he or she is studying something in order to expand his possibilities or her possibilities in terms of work. If it's not a friend, maybe it's your circle of friends who are the witnesses of this happening to you in your life. At the end of the month, you have the Page of Cups. So maybe you're starting a relationship with a friend of yours. It doesn't matter if you just met this person or if you have met this person for a very long time. This person might be younger than you, but you might start a new relationship with him or her. This person could be, again, younger than you, naive, very sensitive, very romantic. Could be from a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or if this is not happening in your life, it could be happening in the life of a friend of yours, and your friend is talking to you about this new love connection. It could be that. Okay, or maybe a friend of yours is about to have a child. Okay. The next part of your life is connected with love and sex. If you pick the symbol book, this message is specially for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the card Six of Wands. So there could be a feeling of success, of extreme success within the love relationship you have. You mean you're very proud of the person you are with, or the person with whom, or your partner is very proud to be with you. It could be that. It could be, oh my God, I'm so lucky to be with him or to be with her. So it could be you feeling this or the other person feeling that. If it's not that, this can have also another negative interpretation. It could be that maybe one of you is being arrogant. Maybe one of you is thinking that he or she is better than the other person. So maybe it's you who's behaving in a very arrogant manner, or maybe it's the other person who's behaving in a very arrogant manner. I don't know which one is it, and it could be, you know, it's just another way of reading this card. In the middle of the month, you have the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you're feeling sad about this love relationship, about this connection. Maybe you're thinking, oh, this is not going anywhere. Or if the other person behaved in an arrogant manner, you're feeling isolated, you're feeling alone in this relationship. You have no faith that things will be better, that things will be good. Or if you were the one who behaved in an arrogant manner in the beginning of the month, now you're feeling maybe the other person is not talking to you and you're feeling alone, and maybe you've regretted that type of behavior, but there's a general feeling either from you or from the other person that this relationship might not make it. At the end of the month, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, I'm feeling, because this little girl is reading a book, I'm thinking that maybe for some of you who are having, again, I could read these cards in a different way. If everything is okay with your relationship, your partner just got an award, you know, and had to travel to get that award, and you're feeling alone because of that. Okay? If you are single, maybe the image that you project is of a very successful person, and maybe no one approaches you because of that. And at the middle of the month, you're feeling very much alone. You're feeling like, I'll never meet anyone. I'll be forever alone. So many different ways of reading these cards. At the end of the month, you're reading about relationships. That's what I'm thinking. If you're single, you're trying to understand how can I get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner, and you're reading about it. But at the same time, you're also protecting yourself. You want to be with someone, but you have a very sense of self-protection, self-defensiveness, and you don't let everyone in. There's like this feeling of pushing the person, not allowing that person. You don't open the gates to let that person into your intimacy. Intimacy? Emotional, and to be emotional, intimate with you. And you're reading books to try to understand people or to try to understand love, you know. If you are with someone, it's the same thing. You're defending yourself. Maybe things, doesn't matter if you didn't behave well or if the other person didn't behave well, there's a defensiveness. You feel like you should protect yourself, and you might be reading books of self-help books in order to understand this relationship. It could be that as well. Then the next part of your life is plans and goals. And if you picked the symbol ship, this message is especially for you. In the beginning of the month, you have the Tower card. So whatever plans and goals you've made, either for December or even further than December, it doesn't matter, because they all fall down, and because maybe something happens and you have to start anew. You have to have new plans. You have to have new goals. Whatever it is, it's something that will, will make those plans no longer matter. In the middle of the month, you have the Eight of Wands. So everything is up in the air, and you might be having too many ideas, but it's like a feeling of scatteredness. And you don't know what new plans to do and what new goals to have. You have no idea. So everything is up in the air. At the end of the month, you have another Major Arcana card. You have the Judgment card. Here it's a bit different. New plants are flourishing because it's a rose. But there's something which is needed. A key. Oops. You see the little wabbit has a key, and this little wabbit is going to open up this labyrinth and let the little rose girl, leave. I'm thinking that new plans are being born, are being made, that there's like a key piece of information which is needed for you to establish new plans. and establish new goals. And you have to wait for that key, which is a key piece of information. Another way of reading it is that you're judging your plans much more carefully, even from a spiritual point of view, I would say. Are these good plans? Are these the goals that I should have? Do they spiritually connect with me? Even if you're an atheist, doesn't matter. The last area of your life which is going to be analyzed is the message from your higher self. What is the message from your higher self to you? And if you've picked the symbol lilies, this message is most especially for you. I keep thinking of that song by, what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. Especially for you, la 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 la. I should shut up now because, I want to have the strike or whatever. It's a great song with Rick Astley and an Australian singer, and I thought Kylie Minogue. I keep forgetting her name, and I like her so much. So what is the message of your higher self for you? You have the Empress card in the beginning of the month. Some of you might be getting pregnant. So you might be becoming a mother or a parent or a father. So either you're pregnant or your partner is pregnant. And your higher self is telling you that, hey. Or love might be coming your way if you are single. Or abundance and prosperity is coming your way also, because the Empress is also connected with abundance and prosperity. Also, if you open up your heart, abundance and prosperity will be more present in your life. Another message from your higher self could be spend more time in nature, because that will be good for you. In the middle of the month, you have the Five of Wands. The message from your higher self could be that sometimes when you have conflict with others, have them, but don't stay and observe the feeling that you have while you have this conflict. But don't stay in that feeling for a very long time. Don't engage with the feeling. Do you understand this? Observe the feeling and the emotion that you're having, that these conflicts and struggles with others provoke in you. It's just a learning experience, okay? Sometimes I think that the main purpose of our soul, I've read this and it's quite puzzling, but it's interesting. Imagine if the main purpose of this human experience is for us souls as humans to fully experience all range of emotions. Imagine if that's the real objective. So when bad, quote unquote, emotions come our way, we should just experience them. Okay, but don't stay with them forever. This could be also inner conflicts for whatever reason, and the message of your higher self could be the same. Experience this feeling that you're having, this difficult feeling, inner conflict, but don't stay with it. Just observe it. If it's possible, because you're an Aquarius, you can do that. At the end of the month, you have another major arcana card. You have the car. So there could be a major success coming your way. That's the message from your higher self. There could be like even a trip. Maybe you'll be having a trip at the end of the month, and this could be for work-wise, or it could be because you're spending the new year somewhere else. It could be in another country. It could be in another city, or you could be traveling to go with your kid, or to go and see your kid. Or another way of reading this card is that the message of your higher self is focus on one thing, be determined, focus your attention entirely in that thing which is important for you, be persistent. In that way you will achieve success. And that's it, Aquarius. This is the reading that I have for you for December 2016. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you.